We'll just get started in a few minutes. We're just waiting for more people to join. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. A very good morning to everyone who is joining us here today. On behalf of Sahaja Yoga Meditation, I would like to extend the warmest of welcome. If it's your first time coming here, don't worry. We will walk you through a little bit of what we're going to do. But if you're coming again, also we have certain parts of this program where we will be addressing the next steps on what we learned on week 1. So my name is Karthik. I have been meditating for more than 15 years now, and it's my pleasure to be here with all of you on this beautiful Saturday morning. So without much ado, let's get started. I just wanted to quickly show you about our subtle system. If we can show the slide to the subtle system, we can quickly get started. So if you can see the picture here, so this is what is there within our body, but is not something which is necessarily something you can see with your eyes, but more of an energy system within our body. And this is an ancient science which has been developed thousands of years ago, and couple of things I want to point out is the triangular bone on the base of the spine. So that is called as the sacrum bone, which the Greeks thought there was something sacred about it. Within it resides a 3.5-inch coil of energy, which is called as Kundalini in Sanskrit, but by different names by different other philosophers and scholars, like Tao, Ruhani, etc., etc. So it doesn't matter what name we give to it, but this energy, once awakened and reaches the top of our head, it gives us a state of connectedness with the higher energy which is around us. This energy you can call as the universal energy, cosmic energy, or if you're a psychologist, you will call it as a universal unconscious. So this is from where inspiration for all great things come, and have traditionally come for scientists, artists, and even for us normal human beings. Serendipity, everything comes from this. So without much ado, let's dive into meditation, which is, I think, going to be the focus today instead of talking too much. So if you're comfortable, just sit down with your eyes closed. I will explain what to do, and if you have any doubt, feel free to kind of open your eyes and see the slide, which will kind of show you where to place your hand. But I think I should be able to walk you through it. Uh, just close your eyes, sit in a comfortable posture. It's very important that you don't stress yourself, strain yourself. In fact, if you can sit as relaxedly as you can, that would help a lot. Take a few deep breaths. The idea is to bring our attention, which is outside, a little bit inwards. So the way you can do it is breathe in deeply, hold for a few seconds, and then breathe out, and then again hold for a few seconds, and then breathe in again. Do it at your own pace, do it in a very relaxed way. Don't strain yourself, don't try to be a champion breath holder or anything like that. Just do it gently. Now gently let's place our right hand on the heart, but little bit on the left side. If you have any doubt, you can quickly open your eyes and see the slide. But I think we all know what's our right, what's our left, and what's our heart. So this inner energy that I explained about earlier, which is called as Kundalini, which resides in the base of our spine, is an energy that is nourishing, that is loving, that is compassionate. At a human level, this reminds us of the nature of one of the most important relationships, which is our mother. This energy since this energy has such profound qualities, it's reasonable to call this as Mother Kundalini, just like Mother Nature. So here we say, Mother Kundalini, who am I? It's a very simple but a very deep question. The answer is not words, but it is something beyond. And we ask in a very simple, direct way, Mother Kundalini, who am I? We think we know the answer to this, but do we really though? It's better to know than to think we know. Now let's slowly bring our hand little downwards on the same left side, just below your heart, on the rib cage, just below maybe, on the upper part of your tummy. This energy center is called as the Bhavasagara or the void, depends on who named it. But this energy center is the center of inner mastery, self mastery, not mastery of others, but mastery of self. So here we ask, Mother Kundalini, am I my own master? Once again, a very simple but profound question. And the answer is not words, it's not what you think it is. Mother Kundalini, am I my own master? Depending on how you're comfortable with, you can replace the word master with teacher, guru, whatever you like. Now, slowly, let's bring this hand on the lower part of the tummy, again on the left side. It's where you usually wear your belt. Again, if you have any questions, you can quickly open your eyes and see the slide in front of you. But it's okay if your hand is not in the right place. It's fine. It's not the important part. Your attention should be inwards on what you're saying. This is a conversation that we are having with this inner energy. At this point, perhaps for the first time in our lives, we are going to make a request to this energy with the assumption that this energy exists. First of all, we don't know, we haven't seen it, we haven't felt it. It's okay. No harm in asking and experiencing for ourselves. Mother Kundalini, can you please give me the pure knowledge? This is not the worldly knowledge that we are experts at. This is not the knowledge of how computers work or how things work. But this is the knowledge of how nature works, how our inner energy works. So, this is what we are requesting. It doesn't matter how many times we ask. What matters is we ask in a very open and direct fashion. Mother Kundalini, Please give me the pure knowledge. Now let's move our right hand back on the upper part of our tummy, just below the rib cage, on the left side, where it was a few seconds earlier. Like I mentioned before, this is the center of inner mastery. We are going to use one of very natural powers that we humans have, which is the power of our own self belief and self confidence. And we're going to assert ourselves a little bit. Here we say with full confidence, just be bold and say, Mother Kundalini, I am, in fact, my own master. By saying this affirmation, we are in fact telling Mother Kundalini that I am that, and we are asserting that, which clears this energy centers, and you actually become that. So don't think I'm not, I have this weakness, that weakness. That's not the point. It's not us. We are just affirming and using this self belief to nourish this energy center. Mother Kundalini, I am my own master. I am my own guru. Now let's move this right hand to our heart or on the left side. Herein resides what philosophers and scholars have called as the spirit. The spirit is the true self, the real version of ourselves, which is not dirtied by many of the falsehoods that we have accumulated since our birth. Here we say, Mother Kundalini, I am not merely my body, I am not merely my intellect, I am not merely my ego, I am not merely my position in life. I am not just my past, I am not just my habits. I am, in fact, the pure spirit. We can say the short version, Mother, I am the spirit, with full confidence for approximately 12 times. Don't worry about the count. More important is just say it with all sincerity and confidence. Mother Kundalini, I am, in fact, the pure spirit. Now slowly rise your hand upwards from your heart till you reach the neck and shoulder area on the left side. On the corner of your neck and shoulder on the left side, your right hand is placed and your head is slightly tilted to the right side for a better grip and more comfort. This energy center is a very subtle energy center and has the tendency to complicate much of our human behavior. This is the center where we develop self condemnation due to our actions or sometimes just due to our thoughts. This is where we develop our feelings of guilt. But guilt is powerless. Guilt just pulls you down. It's not something which helps you improve. And is nothing but a barrier between us and our true nature. So at this point, we cast aside anything that we have accumulated by saying with full confidence, Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. Whatever mistakes I might have committed in the past, whatever it may be, doesn't matter. Today is not the same as that day. And today I have learned that I'm something more than what I thought I was. So, very simply, we'll say, Mother Kundalini, I am the spirit, so I'm not guilty. You can say it for approximately 16 times. Again, don't need to count, don't worry about the number. More important is to say it in such a way that you're able to discard this thing, guilt, which is within us, which is not useful. Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. Now let's gently place our right hand across our forehead, four fingers on one side, thumb on the other. Bend your head down a little bit and give it a squeeze from both sides. This energy center is also a very subtle energy center. It is as simple as it is also complex. This energy center can also be a barrier for many. So here the important thing is we should be able to forgive. The ability to forgive heals this energy center and makes you into a completely different personality. So here we say, Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone. I also forgive myself. say it as many times as you need. No need to think of any events or any person or anything. This is a blank check to the whole world. I forgive everyone, no matter what they have done. I also forgive myself, no matter what I have done. Now let's place the right hand on the back of the head and tilt your head a little upwards in a way that you cradle your head on your palm. Ideally, you're in a position where if you open your eyes, you would see the ceiling, but your eyes are closed and your hands are supporting it. Here, we ask for forgiveness from this universal energy that surrounds us. Oh, universal energy, could you please forgive me for all the mistakes that I might have committed, knowingly or unknowingly? The very essence of this energy, as is evident from nature, the very nature of this energy is that of forgiveness. But we ask this energy clearly, openly, for our own satisfaction and also for expressing our sincerity. Now let's place our right hand on top of the head. Stretch your fingers so that your fingers are not in contact with the top of your head, just your palm. And with a little bit of pressure on the very crown of your head, your right hand is there. And with a little bit of pressure, as much as you can muster without hurting yourself, just rotate the top of your head in a clockwise fashion. Just rotate, massage the scalp in a clockwise direction. So each time you rotate, you say, Mother Kundalini, could you please give me my self realization? The self realization means the ability to know for sure who you truly are. So imagine if that's possible, that would be amazing. So we ask with our sincere desire, Mother Kundalini, If it's possible, can you please give me my self realization? So we do this slowly for 7 times in a very relaxed way, but very sincerely and with strong desire. Mother Kundalini, please give me my self realization. Now bring your hand back on your lap. Just like Mother Nature, which gives fruits to both good people and bad people alike, to even those who try to harm Mother Nature. This energy is also extremely innocent and very simple. So, the complexity of the human brain sometimes makes it more complicated than that is. So, with all the simplicity and innocence we can muster, let's ask this energy, oh Mother Kundalini, can you please take me to the state of thoughtless awareness? It's nothing but a state of silence and joy. So let's ask 2 more times within our hearts, Mother Kundalini, can you please take us to the state of thoughtless awareness? If by chance thoughts are still bothering you, you can just say, it's okay, I forgive myself. I forgive my thoughts. And I forgive the reason why I'm thinking them. Now let's do a small experiment. Let's take our right hand few inches above the top of the head, palm facing downwards. This is not a fixed physics where I can say 2 inches or 3 inches. It's a little variable for different people, it's at different heights. So feel free to move it around. For some, you may experience more on the left, some more on the right, for some more on a little bit higher, maybe 6 inches, 7 inches, for some relatively close to 2 inches, 3 inches. Try to see what you're feeling on top of your head, on your right hand, as well as your left hand. Now let's switch the hands. Right hand back on the lap, left hand few inches above the top of the head, and feel free to experiment. Move it around. But remember, this is very subtle. So you may need to also be sensitive and subtle when looking at this energy, when trying to feel this energy. Once again, on top of your head, on your left hand, and then your right hand. Both hands back on the lap. One last thing, let's just raise both our hands up to chest height, straight up from the lap. Here we make another very direct and innocent request. Mother Kundalini, it would be really amazing if I could feel this cool breeze on both my hands and on top of my head. Now let's bring both the hands back on the lap. And very gently and in a relaxed fashion, slowly open your eyes. I would like to request those who are here for the first or even the second time to please unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about how you experienced it, what you felt, so that we can connect in a much better way. Who wants to go first?
I can go first. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So, yeah, this is my second week, and I've been practicing over the every day for 10 minutes. And once I've done with the yoga, I do feel kind of like cold energy flowing through both my hands. Today I tried both the hands, and usually I try. Usually when I do it with the right hand, the left hand already on resting on one of my legs, I would feel the energy flow right away, and then on the right hand, after doing all these on after keeping on every chakra and initiating, and finally when I keep it on top of the head, I would feel the energy flowing. um, it's a great experience.
I'm so glad. So, do you feel it a little bit on the cooler side or a little bit on the warmer side?
It is on the cooler side, actually. I don't feel any warmth.
So, the coolness usually means that everything is perfectly fine. Your inner system is ready for meditation. So, it's just saying, just meditate. I'm ready.
Okay, that's good. Great.
Good to hear
Good
that.
to know. Okay.
Anybody else? So, I see a name called iPhone. Is that somebody who has been attending? Would you like to share your experiences? All right, no
Hi
pressure.
there. Hi
Oh
there. Yeah,
yeah.
no, it took me a while to come back. This is MJ Ilknur,
Oh hi.
attending the sessions for quite some time. Beautiful. Lots of cool vibrations in the seventh chakra. Thank
Great.
you to everyone. Yes, yes.
So great. Okay, so I don't think there is anybody else who is new. Maybe we can proceed with the
I
next.
mean, actually, I'm not new, but happy to join.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah, yeah. So I know who you are.
Yeah, I know, I know. It's just I couldn't change the name. It always comes as iPhone. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah. So we can proceed with the next one. I think we're going to play the talk of Shimataji, who is the founder of this meditation. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I mean, it's for those who are here for the first time, maybe. Yes, Srimataji was a great. She has done this tremendous work of giving realization in over 100 countries. She traveled extensively, and she had two main guiding principles. One was that this energy was the birthright of everybody, and therefore, any kind of anything which is human, like for example putting money in front of it or putting any other kind of preconditions in front of it, was not right. So she believed in making this energy available free, free not just in cost but without preconditions, to anybody who so desired. And her other most important guiding principle is that once you have this energy, you should be able to give it in the same free way in which you received, without putting preconditions, without tying it to anything human. So let's hear from this great person what she says about this inner energy.
I bow to all the seekers of truth. You have to know that truth is what it is. We cannot conceptualize it with our human awareness. We cannot order it. We cannot manipulate it. We cannot organize it. It is what it is, has been, and will be. And what is the truth? Truth is that we are surrounded, or we are penetrated, or we are nourished, looked after, and loved by a very subtle energy, which is the energy of divine love. The second truth is that we are not this body, this mind, these conditionings, this ego, but we are the spirit. You don't have to accept what I'm saying blindly, because blind faith leads to fanaticism. But as scientists, you must keep your mind open and see for yourself what I am saying. If it is so, honestly, you must accept it. We know so much through science about our civilization, our advancement. This is the advancement of a tree which has grown outside very much. But if we do not know our roots, will be destroyed. So it is important to know about our roots. And this is what it is that I would say are our roots. As you can see, there are 7 centers within us. And these subtle centers are placed in the spinal cord and in the brain. These cater to our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual needs. On the physical side, they manifest the energy for the use of our plexuses, which look after our physical problems. That is on the right side. The energy which is supplied by this yellow line, a subtle channel, we call it as the Pingala Nadi. This supplies energy for our physical and mental actions. So this is the power of action within us, which also caters to the right sympathetic nervous system. The another channel you see on the left hand side is the channel by which we desire, put our energy to our desire. So this is the power of desire and looks after our emotions. This is the one which looks after our conditionings also. At the end of these 2 channels, they create 2 institutions. One on the right side crosses over, and the yellow balloon that you see is the ego, is the balloon of ego that we have. And the left hand side one, which conditions our mind, is the balloon of superego. As we start growing in age, by the time we are 12 years of age, these 2 completely meet, and the soft bone in our head becomes completely calcified. Now there's third energy within us, which is in the center. And this central energy is the one which has made us human beings. And these centers are the milestones of our evolution. So now the last jumping is left out. It has reached up to the limbic area. Now, only thing is it has to break through the soft bone on the head and break through that, which is the actualization of baptism. Baptism is not an artificial thing. It is an actualization. But the energy that does it is, we call it sleeping energy, in the triangular bone called as sacrum. That means the Greeks knew that this is a sacred bone, that they called it sacrum. This energy has to rise and break through that fontanelle bone area and connect us to that subtle divine power which we have never felt during human awareness. Thus, we get connected to this divine power and we start feeling it on our fingertips. It is described in the Quran that at the time of resurrection, your hands will speak and they will give witness against you. That is, you start feeling your own centers. These are 5, 6, and 7 centers, and they indicate what's wrong with you within yourself. What's the problem? Also, you can feel the cool breeze coming out of your head. Cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. Because this sleeping power, which is called as the Kundalini, Kundala means coils, is the
Usually, at the end of the session, our thoughts tend to get a little more distracted. So, just before us all returning back to our daily grind, daily routine, let's just take a couple of minutes to enjoy this beautiful state, which is going to nourish us throughout the day. Just open both your palms and sit in a comfortable position. If possible, try to put your attention on top of your head. But no, don't push yourself, no pressure. Just relax. If you still feel a little pressure on your forehead, you can just say, I forgive. That should ease things up a little bit. This is very beautiful. We can slowly open our eyes. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you've already given your email address, then it's fine. But if you have not, please send a message with your email address so that we may send more materials. But other than that, thank you for joining us today. Mudit or Archana, is there anything else to add? Please go ahead and say that.
Just want to add that we have Sunday to Thursday 9:15 p.m. to 10 p.m. sessions to form daily meditation habits. The link of that meditation is same as today's, so you are welcome to join these sessions. And you can share your email in the chat so that we can send you the details how to meditate at home and about these sessions. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. Happy weekend. Hope you all have a great rest of the day. Bye.
Thank you.